Hello and welcome to Midlander Gaming. Now, I know I said I'd have some Waterloo games up shortly for you, and sorry it's not today, but I do have a battle report coming up. Fingers crossed. That's all depending on A, it recorded okay, and B, I've had time to get it up and edit the film and everything was okay. Because it's the first battle report, I'm using a rubbish phone, and yeah, so there's 1,000 things that could go wrong, but hopefully it will go right, and this will be the very first battle report of the channel. So I hear you say, well, if it's not Waterloo, what is it? Well, I also promised Flames of War very early on in my channel, and it's not that either. So it is Victory at Sea. Now, I know you probably didn't guess this, but it just turns out that I've got an opponent willing and ready for a game, and Victory at Sea was the easiest game we could do at short notice, so that's what it's going to be. So here we have, this isn't what I'm using, but we're just going to have a little whiz through my Royal Navy. It is pretty much fully painted, bar a few ships that I've recently bought. So here we go, a bit of Victory at Sea. Okay, and the battle we decided to do was the very first scenario in the Victory at Sea book, which was the Battle of River Plate. There's a decent film on this, so it's a historical account of what happened, where the Royal Navy were trying to hunt down the Grush Bay, and finally they come across each other, or rather the Grush Bay comes across the Royal Navy instead, and a little battle ensues. Now historically, I'm not going to go pretend I know it accurately, but the Grush Bay does a lot of damage. It pretty much wipes out the Exeter. They have to pull away, but the Grush Bay is heavily damaged as well, and flees to a Uruguay port for safety, and then things take a bit of a turn for the worse at that point, through bluff and politics. So that is the scenario we are playing. So the Grush Bay starts in the centre of the board, pointing towards the Royal Navy, Exeter and 2 Leander class cruisers on the board, pointing slightly away. And if we flick over the page, you can see that's how we have started the game, with the Grush Bay there, centre of the board, pointing directly at the Royal Navy. Now it doesn't say anything about the Grush Bay automatically getting first turn, so we will roll for initiative on it, and I'm going to be joined in the battle by my Waterloo colleague, Paul Bonaparte, so he will join me, and apologies we didn't do a bit of an intro, but we'll move on to the first turn, and or rather rolling for the first initiative, and let's see how the game goes. Okay.
Yep, here goes. Roll the initiative.
The Germans are blue, the British are red.
Good start.
Germans get the first go.
Here we go.
So at the end of the first turn, both fleets have angled themselves for a shot, but it is Germans shooting first. So we've got the range to, or got the distance on their guns that can outrange the Royal Navy. So let's see how this goes.
Just trying to keep a broadside on him, trying to get the best out of my guns that I can as he tries to advance towards me. We'll see how that goes.
Okay.
So I'm going to give a full broadside. Both my turrets, A and Y guns, they're both 11.1 inch, and I'm going to attack your nearest ship. Just try and see if we can give that a bit of a bashing. So that'll be our first attempt. So I'm rolling with 3 attack dice for each, yeah? I think that's how it works. And my range at short range here is 20 inches. I think I might just make that. Not quite sure. Give it a go. Get that bridge. Oh, it's just outside.
Just out.
So
20 point something inches.
Good try, but fail. Okay, so 20. So that's long range. Okay, so here we go. Oh, I think my light guns are going to be useless. I can get 3 of those as well. Bit of a scatter there. So
4s to hit, -1 for long range.
And they're travelling at
5s to hit. No, I'm not going fast enough for fast speed.
Mm-hmm.
But I am side on.
Yep.
So it's +1 to hit for side on. So it'd be 4 still to hit despite long range. So 2 hits.
2 hits. There we go. And 2 damage dice each. So that's 4.
And I am up for on the Exeter is armour 3.
Armour 3. So what will I be needing to get that?
So just 3s.
Just straightforward.
And we got plunging fire though, and I've got no armoured deck.
Mm-hmm.
So it makes it 2s.
Ooh, here we go. All hits, all 4s. That's quite
4 damage. Ouchie, ouch.
4 damage.
So I'm unfortunately having to use Edinburgh class as the card because that ship's not released yet. So we can see it started on 21 damage. That takes it down to 17. Did you get any 6s?
No, just 4s.
Okay, so no criticals.
No. So I've got 3 light guns.
Mm-hmm.
Because they're restricted, there are 6. I'm going with restricted because you only get the 3.
Mm-hmm.
If that's correct.
Yep, half the.
Just here, there's my 6 on my light guns.
Okay, yep, so 3 dice because they're restricted.
Yeah, and it's at long range.
No, it's extreme range.
Extreme range. My
-2
apologies. So
to hit.
-2. I think I'm going to be 6s, if at all. Nah.
So no hits.
No, nothing there.
Okay.
Okay, all good. That's my first shooting. Here we go.
Okay, time to return fire on that evil German ship. So my light guns are out of range, but my main guns are pretty much exactly the same as the Germans, hitting on 4s, long range 5s. However, he's got his side on, so we hit back to them to 4s. I've got 3 turrets, 2 guns each, so 6 dice hitting on 4s. That is 2 hits. Now, unfortunately, mine are only 1 attack dice or damage dice each. So against his armour of 3+, we have 2 damages. So 2 damage back.
2 damage taken off. That leaves me with 30.
Okay. Alright, now for the 2 Leander class ships. Now these only have a 25-inch extreme range, so only one's actually in range. So he's got 4 turrets, 1 dice each turret. Now these are twin linked, so we'll get to re-roll if we miss. Again, we need 4s, 5 for long range, back down to 4s because of side on. No, sorry, 6es because of extreme range, back down to 5s because of side on. So 5s to hit. No hits, twin linked. 2 hits. Now these are light guns, so these are -1 AP, so I need 4s to damage. 2 6es. And they are not weak, so that's 2 criticals.
No. How very dare you?
There's me going, oh, the Leanders will be rubbish in this.
It's those weighted dice, isn't it? That's what it is.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, critical hit. So roll 1d10 for each hit scored. So 2 3s, which are engines. So you are a 2-1 engine, which is rudder damaged, extra damage 1, and must move 3 inches per turn before turning. So damage control phase is over. Unfortunately, nothing was repaired of the 2 criticals just suffered. So we're going to go on to the next roll for initiative. So okay, I'll change colour. So 5 for the Germans And a 6 for the Brits.
Here we go.
The Brits have it, which means the Germans are moving first.
I'm not sure how much manoeuvrability now, because I've got -1 to my flank speed and I've got to move 3 inches to be able to turn, which is a bit of a nuisance. So, yeah, let's do.
Okay, second movement phase done. The British are hunting down the Graf Spee. Already it's looking a bit of a different battle than historical. So, let's see how turn 2 goes. But the Brits have the advantage. So Exeter is going to take a shot at the Graf Spee first. Okay, just the front turrets this time, because it's only in the front arc. We are at just a smidge over 18 inches, which is still long range for the Exeter. So hitting on 4s, long range 5s, and I am in the rear arc, so nothing else. 5s to hit, 1 hit, 3s to damage, but plunging fire will make it 2s. A critical. So 1 damage and an 8, which is a crew critical. So we are looking at shrapnel -1 attack dice. Okay, so we're looking at Graf Spee targeting splitting fire because of the firing arcs. Rear turret into Exeter and front turret into the Leander.
So just with the 3 attacks from the rear turret, the Y guns.
So there's a short range needing 4s.
2 1s and a 3. Let's try that again. Okay, so I'll try with my light guns.
So these are -1, aren't they? Because of the critical crew damage.
Yeah. So I get
extreme range -2 to hit.
And then you get 2 shots done.
So 6s to hit.
No, 5 and a 3. So that's an absolute failure. Now I've got my front guns. I'm going to go to this ship over here, and I get full of there at long range.
So 5s to hit.
That's a 5 and a 6.
2 hits.
That's more like it.
That's
critical.
That is more like. Oh no, that's to hit.
Oh darn it! See, getting all over zealous. Yeah.
But you got 2 attack dice with each hit.
Yeah, that's it. So 4 now. Here we go. Oh no.
Oh, so we're at long range. So you get +1 to the armour.
Yeah.
Leander is armour 3, so that drops us down to armour 2. So that is 3 damage.
Yeah. So we're okay.
Starting at 18, we are down to 15 hull. So the last ships for me to fire are both Leander class. So we've just looked and they're both exactly the same, both at extreme range. Just the front 2 turrets only. So they're both, I'm just going to roll them together. We're looking at 4s to hit, extreme range makes 6s. We're not going to attack them together because it's side on for this one, so he's 5s to hit, he's 6s to hit. So he is hit with 1, and this guy needs 6s because he's in the rear arc, and he is hit with 1. Oh, and they're also twin linked, so that one re-rolls a miss. And he also hits again. And he hits again. So they're falling.
I'm trying my very best not to say anything. It's fine.
Oh, let's do the damage then.
Yeah.
Right. So this is already kind of highlighting exactly how all our games go. I just have ridiculous rolls and through pure luck, destroy things. So let's see how this one goes. So all 4 have hit. We need armour 3, but because of extreme range, we're plunging fire, so we're armour 2. So that is 3 hits and 1 is a critical because they're not weak guns. So 3 more damage.
Which takes me down. Oh gosh, that's wrong. Yeah, that's right. 24.
Okay, and the critical is a 9, which is another crew, which is an escalation and a fire and 1 more damage.
This poor ship. Oh.
It's not looking good.
Okay. Sad face. Failed.
Did you manage to put the fire out, Paul?
No.
Oh dear. Let's roll for initiative and let's see if next turn's more successful for the Germans. An 8 and a 1. Yeah. Germans get first go. Are you going to do some damage control?
Yes, I'm going to set an all hands on deck order so that I can try and repair what's left of my battleship. I mean,
okay.
Okay.
How did the all hands on deck go, Paul?
Not so well. I failed it again, so I've just run away as fast as I can, to be fair.
He's looking a bit poorly.
He's not well at all.
Okay. So, anyways, he's running off. This is where the Royal Navy and the Kriegsmarine have finished their turn. The Germans are backing off very quickly, as fast as they can, to the other end of the board to escape. And he's going to have some shots on the way.
So I'm firing my main gun from the back on your newest ship, and what's left of my light guns for the moment are going to fire on the same one. So my main gun is at short range and my light guns are at long range. Here's the 3 shots from the main gun, and I think that's 1 hit. Personally, I believe that's right, yeah. And with my light guns I only get 2 shots. I think, is this going to be 6s?
Extreme range, is it?
It's long range.
Long range is 5s.
Well, only if I had them together. Unfortunately.
So 1 hit from your main guns, but it's double damage.
Yeah.
Or 2 damage dice, rather.
2 dice, here we go.
Come on, the 6s.
Oh, it's a 6 and a 4.
Oh, nice. So that's 2 damage and a critical.
Yeah.
Come on.
So what am I rolling?
Do it back to me, a D10.
D10, here we go. It's
2.
a 2, which makes it...
Engine damage.
Okay.
Which is
Just
-1 flank speed. Not too bad. Got off lightly there.
Yeah, not too bad at all.
Okay. The Royal Navy have fired back, and the first turn that they've actually fluffed anything and did no damage. Well, they hit, I think, but just pretty much just bounced off the damage of the Graf Spee.
Yeah, did a little damage.
Did a little damage. Yeah. And they have suffered a critical in return, so he's reduced by 1 inch, but in reality, very, very light damage. So, damage control phase. What can we do?
I need my very best dice for this. And yes.
It's every point you beat 4. So you need 5s or 6s. For every point you beat 4, you can remove 1 marker or reduce it by 1.
Miserably.
So 4, basic. I don't know why it says it like that. But basically, 5 removes 1 point, 6 removes 2 points.
So that's it. It stays as it is for this.
So it stays as it is. but he can have a go at repairing his damage. So again, every point you beat 4, so 5 or 6. No.
Same result.
So no one repairs anything this phase, and we go to the initiative phase.
Here we go.
Oh, and the Brits get it with a 10. Mighty 10. Right. So that's how we end the last turn, and we're going to move on to, what turn is this? 4 or 5? Yeah.
4, yeah.
Okay. Okay, shooting phase. Exeter's going first. Just a note that the Graf Spee has now passed his all hands on deck, which does mean he's reduced shooting ability, but hopefully he can repair some of the damage. So 2 turrets at the front. The light guns are still out of range. Let's see how we do. We need the guns are at long range, so we're looking at 5s to hit. No hits from the Exeter. So let's go to the Graf Spee, see if we can hit with -1.
Hold on. Righto, so at short range for my rear main guns, 3 shots. I've got a 6. I don't think the 3 hits.
No, it's 4s or more.
It's only if it was broadside. And so 2 dice for that 1 hit. And that's nothing, I think.
What was the other one? Consult.
It was a 1.
1, okay, yeah. 3 damages.
Will it?
Yeah, I'm only armour 3.
Okay, fair enough. So that's that then, just 1 damage.
So the Exeter is down to 24 hull points remaining.
And the 2 light guns. They're quite tricky to handle.
With one hand, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, a 5 and a 4, but they're the light guns, so I think.
What range are they? Extreme?
They're at long range.
Long range is 5s to hit.
That's what. Yeah. Okie doke.
Nope.
Dope.
Ping!
Dope. -1 arm penetration as well, so there we go. So nice. Where's the chart?
So the Leanders have continued fluffing their shots at long range now. Finally, their luck has run out, so did no damage. We're onto the damage control phase, and the Graf Spee has all hands on deck. So are you going to just work your way down?
Yeah. So you shout them out.
So engine room.
Engine room incoming. Nothing.
2. You do +1 because of all hands on deck, but
still
fail.
Isn't it? Okay.
So we're now at the weapons area.
Least effective.
6. Yep. So that is cleared all damage on the weapons areas.
That was 1. That's yours. There we go. And next we've got.
Next is, or last is crew area, which I think you've got 3 of.
Yeah.
Oh, the one you
so
really
still
needed.
Nothing. Oh, he's in big trouble now, but still.
Now we actually, one thing we forgot to do last turn is, because you're above escalation, this will still keep escalating.
We've got to roll again, haven't we? It's 4.
So
on a 4
on a
plus.
4 plus. I don't want to roll the German dice. Where's my British dice?
It's a good try.
On a 4 plus, the crew area escalates as the fires run rampant. Oh!
So it stays as it is.
And let's do my damage control down here. Nope.
Nothing. Okay.
So, which means we're back onto initiative.
Here we go. Oh,
No,
that one's fallen
Brits
off the
are
table.
off. The Brits are off. I'll roll this one
Yeah,
here.
re-roll it because it's.
6
he's
4.
got it. He's got it again.
The
Here we go.
Germans move first. Are you going to do another all
I'm
hands
going
on
to
deck?
do all hands on deck, so I'll do a quick roll for that. No, that's a failed roll. Abysmal.
Then we move then.
Bit of a technique issue there, I think. There we go.
Are you just running away?
I am, absolutely. As fast as my little engine will carry me. So.
Okay, Exeter's round of shooting. Let's see if we can put the Graf Spee out of its misery. We're still at, what are we at? Long range for the Exeter, so still only the front turrets can hit. Still light guns are still out of range, so we're at 4 shots, hitting on 5, sorry, so all miss. The Exeter is also fluffing its shots. The Grush Bay has a chance.
We're escaping by the skin of our teeth. Okay, so here we go, next round of shooting. Because I can now get my front turret to bear on this fella, I'm going to fire my front turret at him, rear turret at him, and my light guns are going to go at this fella. So 3 shots first from the front guns. Oh, he got a 6 and a 4. I think those
are... Is it long range though?
Yeah, that's short range.
For your big guns, oh nice, yeah, force it then.
Yep. And I may as well do it in, in one go.
So it's 2 damage each.
4 shots.
Ooh!
Oh, critical, and I think...
You only need to get 3 to beat the armour.
Yeah, that's it. So I think that's 3 hits,
damage.
1 of which is critical.
On the left hand Leander, which is this one. It's 3 damages down to 15. So they're both on 15 now.
Mm-hmm.
And one's a crit.
Roll, going, 10. And it's a 3.
Which is engine.
Okay.
Which means it is -1 flank speed.
Nice, that's helpful. Gives me a chance. No extra damage for that one, is it?
No.
That's more like it. Good shot. Here we go. And my...
That one's flipped over because that's flank speed as well.
Yeah. While I'm at it, then I'll give my 2 light guns on this one. I think they're going to be almost impossible. No, no chance. It's extreme range.
Okay, 6s then, yeah.
Yeah, straight 6s. So 3 shots on this fellow. Oh.
A spinner. It's a spinner.
It's going to be a 6. Or maybe it's not.
4 still hits.
Yep, those 2 hit. So that's another 4 dice. Seems to have picked up his accuracy now. He's got the range.
Got the range, yeah.
Oh, another critical.
Another crit.
And a 3. That'll do.
Another damage. 2 damage on Exeter. So down to 22.
And the critical on the Exeter. I need one of these instant explosion jobs. But
ooh, 4. Which is engine again.
Okay.
Which now goes up because you already had engine to rudder damage, extra damage, and must move 3 inches before turning.
Okay, so it's similar to mine.
Okay, Leanders again didn't really... Oh no, they did. They plinked a couple of damage off, didn't they? Sorry, yeah. So they did a bit of damage. In the damage control phase, this guy repaired his rudder. Sorry, his propeller. But no one else managed to do anything. So we are on to initiative phase. And the Germans get it.
Thank you. So, your move.
It is indeed. End of the movement phase, it is the Germans to shoot first. I think we're in the rear arc again now, so you're on your...
Definitely.
Yeah,
just
you're
my
gonna...
rear guns. So I'm down to 3 shots.
Which one you got after, sorry?
Sorry,
Leander,
my
okay.
apologies, the close one there. So that's...
1 hit.
Yep, that's all. And that's with 2.
Nice. Yeah, crit.
You going to count that?
Yeah,
that's
definitely.
very generous of you, thank you. And so it's 1 hit with a crit.
And a crit. That is the left one. So that is this one. And the crit is...
The critical roll. It's a 1.
1. So he repaired it, but it means it's back on there with the engine.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
I hardly think the
Light guns
are extreme range again. Oh,
nice, 2 hits.
Can you believe that? That's straightforward. 2 hits, and I need 6s anyway because it's going to be. Do I need?
No, because I'm only armour 3. You minus
minus
1.
1 because they're lack.
So I'll be armour, which means I'll be armour 4, but your extreme range, which is plunging, so it's back down to armour 3.
Okay, so 2 hits.
2 more damage.
Wow, that's first hit with light guns, I think.
So he's down to 11. What's his crippled value? 6.
Okay.
Okay. So Exeter is going to go with his front 2 turrets at the Grash Bay. Long range, so needing 5s to hit. 1 hit. 3s to damage, but plunging fire will make 2s. And 1 damage from the Exeter.
Nice, 1 damage.
He's 18-inch range, so his light guns are out. Grash Bay's already done his attack, so I'm going to do the 2 Leanders. They are at... Ooh, that's a bit more. So we're looking at around... Where's my bridge?
17.
Yeah, around just under 17 for the front one. And just over 21 for the back one. So 17 and 21. So one's at long range and the other one's at extreme. So both Leanders are fired, and the resulting damage after the re-rolling to hit and things is 3 damage, 1 being a crit on the Grash Bay. Things aren't looking good. So 3 damage plus 5 weapons. What weapon on? You got 1 on there, haven't you?
On 1, yeah.
So secondary weapons, which is another 2. So that's 5 damage.
Oh.
-2 attack dice to everywhere. Oh, crew area critical score increases by 1 as well. So crew was on multiple fires, was it?
Yeah. And we have to do another roll for escalation, which we've not done.
Oh, well, crew going up adds another 3 damage.
Well, that's it. I'm down to my...
You're crippled.
Yeah, I'm below that now. Yeah, I'm 7. So I'm crippled.
And the ship's crew quality check gain a -1 modifier, so you're going to really struggle to
get
all hands on
repairs,
deck.
Yeah.
Do you want to call it?
I think I'm done. I think it's all but sunk. To be fair.
It's...
I mean, I can probably get away. Well, I don't think I'll even make it to the edge of the board.
No, there's about another 4 turns worth to get off, isn't there?
Especially now on reduced speed, so I'm going to have to surrender and scuttle the ship.
Oh dear.
Terrible failure for the Kriegsmarine.
I mean, it's a tough mission.
Yeah.
In reality, the 3 ships surpass just the 1 from Grash Bay. It has got the range advantage and the gun advantage, but actual hull point wise, it's not much bigger than the Exeter for the amount of damage you can take. And a couple of, all you need is, like we've just done, a couple of lucky criticals and it changes the game.
All over. But it's fun and it's interesting. I quite like these small games, I must admit.
Yeah, and the scenarios as well, trying to refight historical scenarios. It's really good.
Yeah.
And it was our first game of Victory at Sea for a long time, so we needed to keep it small to learn the game, didn't we?
I'm sure we've missed a couple of things in there. So
no doubt.
Yeah.
Well, thanks, Paul.
Thank you. Good game. Well won.
Well, see if this works. I've no idea if I'm in the frame or not. Probably wasn't the best battle report in the world, but it's our first one, so take it easy. We'll see if we can improve in the future. It was an experiment. That's why we went with a little game of Victory at Sea to experiment with, something nice and fast. Game was fun though. Really enjoyed the game. We need to play it more, I think. And hopefully we'll get some other games like Bolt Action, Waterloo. I don't know what the dogs are doing. They're doing some out there. Bolt Action, Waterloo, Flames of War, and some other things. So thanks for joining us. If you got this far, I appreciate it, and we'll see you again soon. Bye bye.
Playing with those